Hey Broken Tee Society, Parker McLachlin, also known as the Short Game Chef. We are here in the sand trap with our boy Casey from the Golfer's Journal. And we're gonna see if we can't get him a little saucier in the bunker. I already like your action. I know we're gonna be doing some good stuff here. But maybe I can give you one or two little things that are gonna help you really dial in your bunker game.
Okay.
How do you feel about your bunker game in general?
I think it's one of the stronger parts of my game. It's one where I can use, I like to play
with your hands.
With hands.
Yeah.
I like to add lag and angle and stuff like that. So this is the sandbox, right? This is where you can play. I would say that it's a little inconsistent or maybe too aggressive at times.
Okay.
And I'm seeing a lot on your Instagram and watching Tour Pros. They've got this very nice soft one.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of sand being taken. Mine's much more violent at impact. So I'd like to see if I can, pick up on some of that.
All right. Well, let's see you hit a few.
It's a little better.
All right, Casey, so let's talk about ball position and alignment. These are really important for the bunker shot. So I'm gonna draw a couple lines here. This one's gonna be our alignment line.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one's gonna be perpendicular to it. So this is gonna be more of your ball position. So in a 90-degree fashion there. So this will give you the awareness as to your alignment and your ball position in relation to your target.
Okay.
So go ahead and set up where you used to be. Right? Where did you use
How I normally would?
How you normally would.
So I would be about here.
Okay, so you can see like pretty far open, right? Compared to where I've drawn this line in line with the target. And then your ball position pretty far forward, right? So the more that we open our stance, the more that ball position creeps forward. So how does that then affect what we're about to do with our swing? Well, if that ball position's forward, do you think you're gonna stay there, or do you think you're gonna try to go get it laterally?
I have to move this way.
You're gonna have to move and go get it, which is, again, where that right one could come from, right? So let's square that stance up just a little bit. There you go, and you can already see when you squared it up, that ball position went back a little bit more slightly forward to center, right? I don't mind slightly forward to center, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that you're there, yeah, that looks great. So let's just hit one and see how you react. Okay.
It's nice.
Yeah, close, very close. So let's hit another one. And I want you to feel the same feeling that we were doing with the flop shot. I want you to feel really like this thing is releasing earlier than you normally would. Yep. That's better.
A different sound to it.
Yeah, that's better. That's more the back edge of the club starting to become more active, right? And be a part of the shot now.
Square.
Square.
And what about weight when we talk about
so,
this?
some of the short-sided ones, I'll get weight more forward.
Okay.
Some of the longer shots, I'll actually get weight more trail side.
Okay. So 50-50 for
50-50 for our sort of normal stock shot.
Square.
Yep.
And then release the club.
Yeah, feel
early.
like
Let it pass.
Yep. Close. So let's go.
And even though that's a miss hit, that's skipping and it's not a blade.
It's not a blade. Yeah. I want angle of attack to be down here.
Okay.
Right? Which you already do a pretty good job of. Only thing I would say is like, let's go handle more back.
Okay.
And let's go hands more down. Lower.
More down.
Yep. And open that face more, right? You got a 54 degree, right?
Yeah. Whoa.
That was really close. So that thing just came, you've got a lot of bounce on that thing, right? What does that have?
14.
14. So that's a ton of bounce. It's gonna make the ball come out a little faster in bunkers.
Okay.
So you've got to find a way, especially like if you've got a lot of sand like up in here, then 14 is gonna be perfect. If you come down here and you've got less sand, we've got to find a way to get that 14 degrees to dig in there. Part of that is going to be you driving that heel into the ground, right? The heel is going to dig in there. That's one of the ways to feel to get that 14 degree through the sand better, right? Don't drag it, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to feel pressure down, right? Pressure down with the heel as you release. That, yeah, release it though. That's it. Yep. I want this thing to go whoosh, this way. Yep. Okay. So give me a little pressure down with the heel. Open that face. There you go. Pressure down with the heel at impact while you're releasing it. I actually thought that was pretty good. A big swing. Big swing, but I actually thought that came out pretty good. Like I really liked how that went through the sand. So let's measure that up for, let's just say, like we're gonna try to get this thing closer to the hole. Let's measure it up. Same type of philosophies. Nice, dude. Crazy. I mean, I think that's really good. So for you, the other thing that sometimes I like to do is to imagine if you're going to only hit it this far, right? How would your setup change if you're only going to hit it that far? How would your release pattern change if you're only going to hit it that far?
I'd have to think about it.
You'd never be this way.
No.
Right? You would always be this way. So if I was going to set up to hit it that far, let me get in there. If I'm going to set up to, and then watch me from down the line. If I'm going to set up to hit it just this far, rather than being here, I'd be more here. See how much more open that face is? See how much lower the handle is? And then you can just slide this thing right underneath and it goes right there, right? Versus if you're in here, it's really hard to hit it that short. Do it through setup. See if you can get yourself in a setup spot.
So counter to what we worked on earlier with raising the handle, now we have to lower it.
Correct.
And we have to give ourselves room to let this club slide.
So get further away from it. Yep, there you go. Now, have the intention that you're going to hit this thing 3-4 feet. Nice, dude. Now, 60 degree would do you
probably
wonders in here, right?
My 60.
Where is it? Right here?
I think it's in the bag, yeah.
Okay, you gotta, I would say a couple other things that I want to go ahead and set up to it again. Yeah, there you go, nice. Now don't feel like this knee has to kick in. This thing can stay that. Intuitively, what are you going to do with the upper body?
Tilt it.
It's going to tilt back. So keep this right knee, like it can be bent in, but don't allow it to kick in this way, right?
This is our 50-50.
50-50. You can get wider for one. Yeah, there you go. Good. Now go give me handle back. There you go. And good release.
I may hit my knee on the way down.
No, you won't. Like I think that's one of the softest ones we've hit today. Now you can start swinging a little faster, right? Yep. So now you can bring speed to the equation.
Okay.
The more speed, the more height, the more spin.
Okay. So this is the fun part.
This should be the fun part, right?
If we get our setup right.
Get your setup in the proper
square,
spot.
I'm 50-50. I got my handle a little bit lower.
Yep, you're a little further away from it.
A little farther away.
Club face is open, handle's back. There you go.
Handle's back, and I'm gonna release this and...
Yep, release it with some speed. There it is, just like that. Oh my gosh. Best one of the day.
Yeah. I'm gonna end on that one.
That was so good fun.
Appreciate it.
That was incredible.
That was what they call sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're trying to play chess in the bunker. So if I can get you set up in a spot where you're only gonna hit it a few feet, now all of a sudden your brain says, well, I gotta bring some speed to the equation. Mm-hmm. I want speed in the right manner, right? With some hands and arms to release it properly. And so now with your setup, long's out of play. Long's not a factor anymore for you.
Yeah.
And if long's not a factor, then you can, in your brain, say, oh, I can swing fast because long's out of the equation.
Yeah.
The worst thing in the world out of the bunker is to get in there and set up like you're gonna hit it long, so that everything you do is like, oh, I'm gonna slow down.
Is in defense.
In defense. And you don't wanna ever slow down in the bunker because this is so much resistance, right? So we wanna always have some speed in here.
So find a way to build your setup to where you can add speed, not sort of play defensive against speed.
We don't want to slow down in this stuff. We want to be fast through the sand.